Welcome to the Daily Bible for Kids podcast. The date is March the 15th. My name's Hunter, and we are reading through the Bible. Every day, kids from all around the world gather here to listen to these amazing stories from the Bible, from Genesis all the way to the book of Revelation. And today, we're in the book of Ruth. Naomi was going through a difficult time. She and her family had moved to another country when food crops wouldn't grow. Her husband and her sons had died in the land of Moab, but now the crops were growing back in her home again. So Naomi decided to go back. Would she have to live the rest of her life all alone there? Let's read about it from Ruth chapter 1. Then Elimelech died, and Naomi was left with her 2 sons. The 2 sons married Moabite women. One married a woman named Orpah, and the other a woman named Ruth. But about 10 years later, both Mahlon and Chilion died. This left Naomi alone, without her 2 sons or her husband. Then Naomi heard in Moab that the Lord had blessed his people in Judah by giving them good crops again. So Naomi and her daughters-in-law got ready to leave Moab to return to her homeland. With her 2 daughters-in-law, she set out from that place where she had been living, and they took the road that would lead them back to Judah. But on the way, Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, "Go back to your mother's homes, and may the Lord reward you for your kindness to your husbands and to me. May the Lord bless you with the security of another marriage." Then she kissed them goodbye, and they all broke down and wept. "No," they said, "we want to go with you to your people." But Naomi replied, "Why should you go on with me? Can I still give birth to other sons, who could grow up to be your husbands? No, my daughters, return to your parents' home, for I am too old to marry again. And even if it were possible, and I were to get married tonight and bear sons, then what? Would you wait for them to grow up and refuse to marry someone else? No, of course not, my daughters. Things are far more bitter for me than they are for you, because the Lord himself has raised his fist against me." And again they wept together. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law goodbye. But Ruth clung tightly to Naomi. "Look," Naomi said to her, "your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and to her gods. You should do the same." But Ruth replied, "Don't ask me to leave you and turn back. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you live, I will live. Your people will become my people, and your God will be my God. Wherever you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord your God punish me severely if I allow anything but death to separate us." When Naomi saw that Ruth was determined to go with her, she said nothing more. So the 2 of them continued on their journey. When they came to Bethlehem, the entire town was excited by their arrival. "Is it really Naomi?" the women asked. Wow, what a story. Naomi was sure that her daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah, would not want to leave their homes and move to a strange country. But Ruth loved Naomi so much that she would not leave her. Real love means being loyal, sticking with family members or friends, even when it isn't easy. Ruth is a great example of loyalty. And even a greater example of loyalty would be Jesus. He's loyal to us. He sticks with us. He never leaves us. This is what John 15 verses 12 and 13 says. "This is my commandment. Love each other in the same way I have loved you. There's no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends." Well, how about that? We've done it again. We've spent another day in the Bible. And I plan on being back here again tomorrow to do the same thing. Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I fully intend to be here. Until that time, let's go forward in God's joy. Let's let his joy be our strength. And you remember that you are loved. No doubt about it. All right, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. You take care. Bye-bye.